I started up laughing and laughing. Everybody pee for their own. I go pee for me own.
Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. For us Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin and he's just hood, scrapes on his side. But this guy under no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He panting, he's sweating, he's trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast this story swell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. Be tired of the gimmicks. Oh. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this one gon' sink emission. Just trying hard to dodge the extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gon' call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think the Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we gonna really expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. For Robin Hansel, expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin and he's just hood, scrapes on his side. But this guy under no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big, big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them girls, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, and run them a go run. Run, 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 run. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you're moving so frantic. He panting, he sweating, he trembling inside. He say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story swell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh, all them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this one gon' sink mission. Just trying out your dodgy extradition. We talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gon' call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we gonna really expedite the extra dime. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin and Sell, both of you going in a sell, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel.
Good morning, and welcome to another episode of Livewire with yours truly. We were just jamming to. Okay, what's this? We were just jamming to Mark Ferdinand's "Expedite the Extradite." Trouble. Wow. What's going on with you? Okay, that gonna have to work. Okay. Right. Good morning again. Morning to the persons joining us across the 10 administrative regions. Morning to the persons joining us across the diaspora. Special good morning to the persons in the comment section. Thank you guys for being here for yet another episode. It is the 12th of January, 2026. We almost half the month in for the new year, and we continuing, we going with the progress, we going with whatever is happening around us. And sometimes we call it the foolishness when we see it. But before, I must say, President Ali again. President Ali again. What's wrong with this man? I wish somebody could tell me what. We can play the song again after the show, guys. What wrong with President Ali? Somebody can tell me. Please help me out. This man continuing with this thing mix. Oh, I think it's the color. The color. This is like a kind of off bluish green. That's why probably starting to chrome when I move in certain directions. Anyway, I'm gonna try and keep still. Yeah, President Ali, people. President Ali again. So over the weekend, we had the commissioning of the AC hotel at Ogle there, and President Ali show up like a boss in this vintage Morris Oxford. You understand? Showed up like a boss. You understand? They got the well, that's the I won't say license plate, but the headdress that is usually on the license plate of whichever vehicle the president is using. Hard ball. Right? President Ali, a modern, young, forward-thinking president, showed up in a classic properness. So in case you missed it, at least you caught it here. Right? Guys, if you get some time, please go and check out all these new hotels opening around the country. As I said, the AC hotel there at Ogle, just next to the Eugene Caraya Airport, was commissioned just over the weekend. There's also a Marriott, which is open up at the Cherry Jagan International Airport, and several other hotels opening around the country. So, take some time to go and check that out. Now, we got to do some house cleaning first. So last week, well, not last week, I think when I was out the country, I had cause to pull up Mr. Bevian King, right? He has since seen the error of his ways in terms of how he was misled by persons who have no interest in the upgrade of the capital city, although that is their charge. They are in charge of upgrading the capital city, keeping it clean. I'm going to change this shirt. This thing annoying me when I see it chroming when I move. But anyway, Bevian was led astray by a part owner of a property and a useless male. Now, I don't know. I was supposed to call somebody to confirm something before I start. I think I need to do that before I start. Guys, give me 2 minutes.
As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. As Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin. Just hood, sweeps on his side, but the giant no good. He was all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad.
Right. So my information was correct. Let us continue. And mind you, anybody that gets lashed on Livewire, please know that it's not a personal attack. But when you put yourself out there, especially attacking persons for no reason, in my opinion, you're gonna hear about it from me. So let's get into it this morning. First thing on the agenda.
Do this fast video. I make sure I pull my red blind. red, right? Now red alone, I get up. It's different colors. The white, you know, and you get the little blue, gray, right? But I pull the red. I pull the red blind, right? Why I do this video? Because I, since election, I know some people are going to be totally against I doing this video. Totally against I doing this video. Bear in mind, live too, shirt. Live very what? Shirt. Right? And if you're trying A, you're trying B, you're trying C, you have to try something else. And I tell myself, I know when it comes to social media, it's spread fast. So what do
You know, I want y'all, some of y'all see this video, right? But I want to allow her to express herself and I will address it. But some people, first of all, the amount of people that turn PVP during the elections time is a love. I ain't saying that there wasn't before, but the amount, right? Like random people just walk up to me, you don't like the PVP. It's like, but why are you telling me? But anyway, let me continue.
word out there, right? September after election, right? After election, September. I am so tired and sick of President Ali and the Vice President, right? I would be glad if this message could share, if they could hear this, if they could see this video. I'm glad for them to see this video. President Ali, the Vice President, and all the rest of ministers. Right? This video
The day I ever take so long to get to a point, y'all block and delete me. You hear me? The day that I am beating around the bush to get to a point like this, y'all block and delete me.
So there's nothing going to change my heart. There's nothing in my mind going to change me from putting me next to the cup representing the PP party. You understand? Because I know only the PP, see Jack, the VP. Like when years I was driving, passing by the bridge, go back, Jack Deal Bridge, right? And I say he deserve it. He deserve it. He deserve it. So okay, let me go to the point. So since after election, a lot of my other comrades, reaching out to me. They go into this ministry, they go into that ministry. They're trying to meet out to ministers. Every time they go, the minister they're in. Every time they
Okay, so let me start. So her comrades, they're messaging her and telling her every time they go to the ministry, the minister in there, the whoever in there, wherever it is, what would she say? There's any minister in there.
Jack deserve it. So okay, let me go to the point. So since after election, a lot of my other comrades, reaching out to me. They go into this ministry, they go into that ministry. They're trying to meet out to ministers,
Yeah. Firstly, the ambiguity jumps out at me. We're not listing the ministry, right? We're going to this ministry, that ministry. I was telling a friend just the other day, I can't remember if I told y'all last week. I went into Georgetown very late the other night. And this guy, I think he does security work. And when I was passing, I saw him and I stopped to talk to him, right? And he's like, man, do something for me, Courdel, do a thing for your boy, buddy. I said, do a thing like what? Me working at the ministry, I can't, wait me, do a thing like what? Come on, I got my business registration. I'm hoping at least I could get a little thing, at least a little video work or a little drain cleaning or something, just a little thing. I said, man, but you got your documents? He said, yeah, but waiting for the end of your small. I got a soldier. A soldier supposed to do it for me. But this man taking long, but like 2 weeks now. So I turned to him and said, bro, do you know for NIS compliance or bidding and them kind of thing? Jesus, why you say you see so? Yeah. For NIS compliance or bidding and those kinds of things, you get her back in 2 to 3 days. So if you went on your own, you wouldn't have been waiting on your friend. Right? Now I am asking Miss Bob. This person is known to me. Right? I am asking Miss Bob. What is it that your comrades need that only the ministers can address? There's no other ministry staff. They ain't got nobody, no other department that could deal with whatever problem they want. It's only the minister could deal with it. And I feel like as Guyanese, we need to move away from this. It's always a link or somebody knows somebody or something. Allow the system to work. Allow the system to work. You understand? You want to get in contact with the minister. You can't get in contact with the minister for whatever reason. Number one, most of them people they're calling to ask a contract. Most of them. About 50% of the people who call in to ask the contract ain't got the documents in order, ain't got nothing set up yet. Right? Or they're calling about an application that they put in last year or just last week in housing that they want to rush through the system. So because the ministers or the government allowing the system to work, that becomes a problem for you. Listen to this other foolishness that's about to come here.
Every time they go, the minister them in there, and every time they try to make phone call. When it's election time, bear in mind, ministers, that yes, y'all answering the phone. This is nothing to get upset. This is nothing to get upset about because you have to know what's the problem.
I think we know the problem. I think we know the problem. We're going to address it very soon. We're getting down to the end of this video. We know what the problem is.
Knowing the problem, that everybody else, whoever else fracking for talk, for me, I believe in plain spoken. Just say it as it is.
We're gonna speak very plain this morning as well, since you believe in being plain spoken.
Just say it as it is, right?
And some of them very well know why the minister's not answering their phone calls, Some individuals, even Miss Bob here, know exactly why ministers aren't answering their calls. So they got certain individuals. Y'all remember last year, I said to you guys, they got ministries that got departments all over in the regions. So it's not necessarily day to day. The minister knows what's going on in that department in region 10 or region 1 or whatever. That they got somebody there supervising. Right? Oftentimes, the persons in those regions tend to be doing their own thing. Right? So when the minister now comes to the region, and the residents like, but minister, this and this going on, and this and this going on, this and this going on, the minister shocked. I remember a time we were in Essequibo, closer to Charity Sign. They got a guy in a wheelchair. Y'all probably saw him. I think the president gave him an electric wheelchair the other day, right? The vice president and ministers were there on an outreach. And the boy's parent brought him saying, hey, we can't get disability because of something he couldn't get, right? When the vice president turned to the officials in the region and said, what's the situation with this guy? You know what they said? This man who literally, I think his arms, he has deformity in his arms and legs, visibly. You understand? He can't even roll the wheelchair himself based on the affliction that he has. You know what the officials in the region tell the vice president? They didn't have a medical report confirming his illness. This is a man that you can literally see in a wheelchair with, I don't want to use the wrong terminology, with some sort of illness that causes his hands aren't properly formed, nor his legs, right? And the people in the region was waiting on a medical report to give him help. And the vice president called bullshit to that. What more you need to see if this man there he? You understand? So this is a similar case. This is a similar case of people in areas that just do their own thing. And then when they become persona non grata, they want to know what happened, why this happened, and all this other stuff. Let me continue.
Election time, you could call a phone 100 times. You're getting through to any minister, anybody, we'll be getting through to them. After election time,
During the elections, there are no ministers of government, right? There are no ministers of government. If you choose during the election, after elections were called by President Ali, right? And I think not even the prime minister's post is I think the prime minister's post is maintained as well. President and prime minister. But during the elections, they got no minister. Those were your comrades who were campaigning with you on the campaign trail. So you are calling comrades, not ministers of government, right? Not ministers of government. Let me get it straight.
you try 100 times, you try 1,000 times, you get to nobody, right? I was told that you're going to visit the office, minister never die in 2, 3, 4 times, 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes, never die in minister always. Okay, you tell.
That's the ignorance with some Guyanese. So the minister, or whichever minister you're talking about, only caters to you and your comrades in your area. The minister ain't got 9 other administrative regions to provide services for to people. The minister ain't got a president that is called meeting at 5:30 in the morning and start blazing everybody like hearing good when they ain't getting it right. So their main focus is to run behind you and your comrades. Mind you, this lady lives in Mocha. We call her spade a spade. This lady lives in Mocha. I personally know Minister McCoy, Minister Prague, Minister McCoy, Minister Prague, and Minister Indar, when he was minister within the Ministry of Public Works, frequently there. She was always there. Right? Now, Miss Bob, you done anything that may have caused ministers to want to maybe not answer your call during the last cycle? Were you identified in anything that may be distasteful, illegal, or paint a bad light on the government in this second term, where we clearly see there's a shift in the administration to weed out corruption and all kind of weird deals that don't conform with the process and the system of government? Could it be that you were involved in something similar that may make ministers not want to take your call? And that is what has upset me with some of these people, you know. A lot of them just run out and make it seem like, oh, I get a treat bad. Oh, I get a treat bad. What's the reason? They had any land story in Mocha that your name calling? Huh? That any problem in Mocha with land, state land, that your name calling, that could possibly be the reason why ministers may be distancing themselves from you? Huh? You ever thought about that? Did your comrades probably, I don't know if any of your comrades were involved, because you say your comrades calling and they ain't getting through. Was any of your comrades involved in anything like that? It's the end of the year. Well, the beginning of the year. We don't have a budget presentation as yet. What contract y'all want? Any contract giving out now? Eh? Sometimes we need to exercise some more patience. It's not 6 months into President Ali's second term where you could say, hey, we walk on the same. Mocha has seen a lot of development and there's more on the cards. What are you doing as an individual and your comrades to elevate yourself without this dependency syndrome? I'm not saying y'all are not entitled to help or you're not allowed to seek help. But this avenue where you felt, oh, you going on social media to highlight, oh, you calling ministers and they're not answering you. You have to present all the information. What could be the reason they're not answering you? What could be the reason they may not be answering some of your comrades? Because other people seem to be getting through to them. Other people seem to be getting through to them. So maybe it was your land dealings that caused them to distance themselves. So our fort is in a deplorable state. When the PVP was campaigning, they all saw it on to date. Nothing has been done. A lot of Guyanese not getting simple. Sandra Baptiste, listen. Firstly, type properly. Our fort what is in a deplorable state. If you're talking about 4th Street, what about the streets that were done, Sandra Baptiste? What about the work that was done on the school there in Mocha, Sandra Baptiste? What about the regularization of the squatters at the back of Mocha there, Sandra Baptiste? Right where Miss Bob is from. So you, Terence Grease, I make a call and see if I could get him now. Like, why calling the minister for? Me got no reason to call the minister. I don't even know which minister this lady is talking about. She hasn't even identified one. Or 4 feet. What the hell that even means? What does that even mean? If anybody in the comments knows what this means, please tell me. Or 4 feet? Anyway, as I was saying, if you're not getting on to ministers, it may be because of your checkered past and your dealings in the past. Also, I'd like to suggest to you and your Sandra, I don't know. Let's say I don't know if it's a 4 feet drain. Sandra telling me everything. Sandra does not how you spell Mocha. If you living in Mocha, you should. Let me stop. Anyway, my point is, Miss Bob, you have many avenues to address any issues that you and your comrades have. And again, I'm saying to you, it may be your dealings in the past that caused this situation. Okay, so Sandra says some 4 feet trench. Let me go back to the original. Our 4 feet trench is in deplorable state. When the PVP was campaigning, they all saw it. On to date, nothing has been done. A lot of Guyanese not getting simple help. Sandra, and this is why I get back. This is another Eastern Bend. You have an NDC. You have an NDC in there that is in charge of garbage collection, drainage works, and I guess some road work. Some, not all. So I don't understand. I don't understand. Why you not cleaning your Section 84-foot trench? And that's the thing too, right? That's the thing too. Everybody, everything is the government. You taking no responsibility. So you trench in front of your yard dirty. You taking no responsibility. And then too, they ain't even taking the time to understand so they could go and file the complaint where it should be filed at the NDC in Mokadir, which getting equipment and all kind of help and subvention from the local government ministry. So why in heaven's name the NDC in contracting people? No NDC. What? Sandra Baptiste, 671-6228. You call and explain yourself properly. Typing is not your strength. Hopefully speaking is. You call and explain yourself and let's address it. Right? You talking about 4-foot drain. You call and explain 671-6228. You call me. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you, Sandra. Right? Thank you. I'm glad that you are smarter than I am. Anyway, 4-foot is the other word for drain. Okay. I'm not aware. Anyway, as I'm saying, Miss Bob, I'm asking you to probably engage persons in your area who may be senior to you in relation to any problem you may be getting. Right? I am saying to you, I find it highly unlikely the claims that you and your comrades are making. One, because every single one of them ministers got a public day. Where they just come in and meet with the public. Every single one of them got a day where the public can just come and meet with them. Every single one. Right? And if your comrades are going to the ministry for services, I'm saying to you, there are other staff there that they can engage to get whatever services they need done. I'm done with this. Let Ms. Bob try. Jumping over to we buying now. So last week I was telling y'all, no David Hines, no Aubrey Norton, no Terence Campbell, no Amanza, no Ganesh, no Red Thread, no GHRA, no Policy Forum Guyana, no Annette, no Takama Gunse, no WPA. We weren't hearing anything. Shell was chasing black people out the place and collecting back whatever money they had fee, and he want to pay them. For what? No Lincoln Lewis. Thank you, Leslie. No Lincoln Lewis. But we heard from David Hines, finally. But I'll say this to you, it was a very measured response. A very measured response. I would think that David would have started to lash the Afro-Guyanese who have wedged themselves into that party. Right? Here, David.
The tape today is Old Man Mohammed, Shell Mohammed.
David is calm. You understand? David is calm. Usually David wants a spectacle frame that till up on the head here. He biting it out the lips because he can't handle it. Because they're fighting on Afro-Guyanese. Now David is calm. David is giving a measured, calm response to these racist statements by Shell Mohammed. You understand? David Hines is not in Buxton at the road front yelling to people, undermine the Win Party! Undermine the Win Party! You're hearing it from me? He is not calling for widespread unrest because of these statements. God forbid it was a PVP minister. God forbid it was some PVP official or someone associated with the PVP that said this. It would have been 40 days and 40 nights with David Hines. 40 days and 40 nights. Listen to David.
And if he talking like that to the man, it's black people he talking to. So all you are victims on either side. Black man.
You know how he's skillfully skimming over the fact that Tabitha is in the belly of the beast. Tabitha is in the belly of the beast, and he cannot say, "Come home, daughter." Oh God, talking about black people, they're gonna put you out. He is in his daughter is in the belly of the beast, and he's not addressing that. How could Tabitha Sarabu Haley sit next to Nazruddin Mohammed or go to court to support him when those are their family's views of Afro-Guyanese?
Or you look for that. A man is on a tape denigrating your race as a nothing. And you're saying you don't believe it because his PPP exposed it. Some black people jumping in the midst and trying to take side. Oh, it's not Nazar.
Tabitha them, Odessa, not a word. Not a word from none of them. The Afro-Guyanese guy who spoke on education or held the last press conference that I was at, where are you, sir? I see the other day, Mohammed's talking about this guy, Peter Lewis, a prominent contractor who has been helping to build out Guyana for years. You understand? Peter Lewis actually got a track record of shaping this country. Mohammed's trying to talk about some Brazilian story and thing. How he had to help the Brazilians. So you're willing to help Brazilians, but not Africans. Oh, okay. Okay. Nothing from Stabrook News. Nothing from Kaichor News.
Boys, and because the PPP exposed it, it's got to be wrong. That you all some or the other giving Mohammed a pass because you all don't like the PPP.
PPP haters. You see? There are certain persons in this country that are willing to let Mohammed literally get away with murder because of their dislike for certain sections of the PPP or the whole thing and all. There are persons like that right now. Right? And somebody said, you know what, Mohammed said don't like anything black, only the vehicles. On a serious note, before the proverbial shit hit the fan, let us examine it. Have you ever seen Azzuddin Mohammed lining, like how Critic was his friend? You ever see he had an Afro friend like Critic? That's the wrong, and you did everything, and you're skiing, and you're driving wrong. And you ever see a person of Afro descent in the position? No. It's either security or chauffeur. I told persons the first time the pool water at Houston had remnants or DNA of Afro-Guyanese in it is the day that they blocked the Lamborghini from getting there. I swear to you, there's no other instance. If Afro-Guyanese go to the house, it's go and sit down in a chair, you collect whatever little money you got to collect and out the place. Lola Dahl, who you might say is a popular Guyanese, The first time Lola touched the pool is Black Black Lamborghini Day. First time. Right. So somebody shit in my yard. Oh my God. Look, Guyanese isn't easy. Yeah, remember that somebody. Fato, all of them. Mind you, none of them. Doggy, Fato, Lola, none of them. After the fucking get invited inside to have a meal and hang with the family and spend some time. Y'all serve your purpose out the gate. The Lamborghini is still here, out the gate. Go home. That's what I want a lot of people to remember. This guy, wherever y'all want to call critic, wherever y'all want to call critic. But this guy never associated himself or had Afro-Guyanese friends. At least we never seen none. None. Wonderful point, Osafa. Since the Lamborghini story, right? Let me look at it this way. Since the Lamborghini story, how many of those Afro-Guyanese were ever invited back to Houston? Swim, for a barbecue, nothing. I don't even think they had I don't know. They may have had one. I don't even think they had a post-election thank you for the scrapes that they scraping. You understand? That's how serious it is. So when persons, Ganesh Rambali, big up yourself, brother. I hope you're doing well. I ain't seen a long time. The scrapes them that scraping. So this is the feeling for quite some time. This is not anything new. This is not anything shocking. That this is how this family feels towards Afro guy. You never see an Afro Guyanese in them people's house at any point in time. Never. Dave, I come into the ABC countries and their need for us to have an opposition leader, right? I come in that Dave. Hold, Dave, hold. Hold, Dave, hold. Right?
All is going money. That's what they think of black people. And that's what
they do. That's how they think, the Mohammeds. Imagine Shell said in the record, if you work a half an hour, you want money. He's not supposed to. Who does work for free? Well, they got some people. But what do you mean? The man doing something to ensure that your business thrive and continue, and you continue to earn money. Doesn't he deserve money? Efforts. But that is how Shell is. And every time we have or hear about persons encounter with Shell, the ones we see and that kind of thing, it's all in one vein. The man is terrible. Look at his attack at critic at the court. He didn't even care that they had cameras around. You're hungry, belly, I feed you. Based on the Muslims that I have met, based on what they said, you're not supposed to talk about the charity that you do. Right? Based on my understanding of what they said. You're not supposed to talk about the charity that you do. So if your charity was to feed critic and get this a big thing, you tore a big thing and like you feel it bite off your neck, you can't talk about it. Look at the little Muslim guy in Essequibo. Who's supposed to help you? Who help you? Me or your friend? He belly bottom nearly drop out when the youth man said, President Ali help me too, not you alone. And his Muslim elder had to say it's your duty to help your Muslim brother. Whether you running for president or not is your duty. Look at that poor little boy Shell slap up at the Islamic school. Little Afro-Guyanese boy, and then treat her mother like trash. Ryan Passad. Oh, Y'all wake up, buddy. These ain't no saints. It's now that the US tackling them, we see the nature of the beast that is the Mohammeds. You understand me? It's now we see the nature of the beast. I don't worry with Hannah, you know. Hannah trying her best. Hannah trying her best. A for effort, Hannah. A for effort. But, oh, Jesus. Trouble. So, the ABC countries are telling us here in Guyana, you know, what we need to do and how we need to do it. And I saw Pride Backers. I calling names this morning, man. I don't care. I saw Pride Backers sharing and talking about dictatorship and what? The PPP crumb suckers gonna come to defend it. And you see people like Pride. In my opinion, Pride complains about everything. Everything. You understand? Little carpet waste that the garbage trucks can't collect. He vexed about it. Everybody got change it to Suti. He only got the right opinion. I want to say to Pride and to the ABC countries this morning, Guyana's democracy does not depend on foreign validation. Pride, ABCE. Right? Again, Guyana's democracy does not depend on foreign validation. Guyana is a sovereign republic with a constitution, independent courts, and elected institutions. No foreign diplomat decide who qualifies as opposition leader. Democracy is defined by free and fair elections, separations of power, and the rule of law, all of which are functioning in Guyana right now. Right? Democracy is not outsourced. Opposition dysfunction is self-inflicted, not government created. The government does not appoint the opposition leader. The opposition has failed to unite internally, respect court rulings, present credible policy alternatives. Their internal chaos cannot be blamed on the PPPC. You cannot sabotage your own house and then turn around and blame the neighbor. Now, the rule of law applies to everyone, including opposition figures. Legal troubles are judicial matters, not political persecution. Guyana's courts operate independently. Any suggestion that legal issues should be worked around for political convenience undermines democracy, not strengthens it. Democracy survives because laws apply equally, not selectively. The PPPC has strengthened democratic institutions and not weakened them as people are trying to portray. Independent media operates freely. Civil society and NGOs are very active. Local government elections were restored after years of delay. Parliament functions, debates occur, and opposition voices are not silenced. Dictatorship doesn't allow criticism. Guyana does, daily. Anytime they can. We just listen to Ms. Bob criticizing the government, and she can do that freely. Right? The US does not choose Guyana's opposition. Foreign partners engage with governments, not factional opposition politics. Diplomatic relations are based on stability, economic cooperation, security, and democratic continuity. Guyana's international standing has improved because of policy credibility, not opposition theatrics. Strong government is not equal to weak opposition. The PPPC is the party that won a legitimate mandate. Electoral dominance does not invalidate democracy. Many stable democracies have periods of one party outperforming probably an entire opposition, or I should say a disorganized opposition. The solution to weak opposition is better opposition, not foreign intervention. You understand? Not foreign intervention. Guyana's development momentum proves governance stability. There have been massive investments in energy, infrastructure, manufacturing, social programs. Investors commit capital because institutions are stable and predictable. No serious investor sees Guyana as democratically dysfunctional. None. Or else they wouldn't have come. Including the Americans that are coming. Opposition credibility is earned, not imported. So as leadership requires integrity, policy clarity, and respect for institutions. You can't just bum rush the hostel like you were trying to do the other day. No external actor can manufacture credibility for a divided opposition. Leadership is built at home, not brokered abroad. The PPPC, in my opinion, welcomes accountability, but rejects double standards. Government officials are subjected to scrutiny, audits, and public criticism. What is rejected is the idea that some individuals should be politically insulated from legal consequences. Guyana's democracy is evolving, not failing. Democracy is strengthened through institutional reform, economic inclusion, reduced inequality, expanding of opportunities. The government is doing the work. The opposition must do theirs. Guyana doesn't need a foreign approved opposition. It needs a responsible one. Democracy isn't weakened because the opposition is disorganized. The rule of law is not optional, not for government, not for opposition. And sovereignty means Guyanese decides Guyana's politics. Let me just say this to y'all right here, right now. Any tactic that you see the Irfan Ali administration is employing is within the confines of the law. There's nothing illegal happening. Right? There's nothing illegal happening. And in my opinion, as somebody who is, okay, let's say I was President Ali. Why wouldn't I use every strategy within the confines of the law to ensure the outcome that I want? Think about it. Why must I give you what you want just because you ask? Once I'm not breaking the law and the law, I am allowed certain flexibilities around things. What do you want me to do? It's tactics, it's strategy. So please understand that this Irfan Ali-led administration isn't doing anything illegal. Nothing. Right? And this is the same. Was it the same ambassador? Yeah, I think it's the same ambassador who said before the elections that they'd be worried if he make it into parliament. Pick a struggle, man. Pick a struggle. Pick a struggle. Anyway, guys, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll see you here tomorrow, same time, same place. And as I usually say before, we're gonna leave you with Mark Ferdinand's Expedite the Extradite. Big tune. Make sure y'all share it. We posted it up on the Facebook there. So y'all share it. Let's get it out to the road. I'm out here. Y'all have a wonderful rest of the day. I'll be here with you tomorrow, same time, same place. Please be safe on the roadways. It's wet out there. It's wet out there. And look out for those persons who may not be looking out for you. Until tomorrow, as I usually say before I go, it's all about peace. It's all about love. It's all about one Guyana.
Expedite the extra tight. Yeah, yeah. Expedite the extra tight. For us Robin Hansel. Expedite the extra tight. Yeah. Some say as Robin was Robin and he's just hood, scrapes on his side. But this guy no good. He walk all around the tongue, but he can't go abroad. Everybody know he's a big fraud. Every plane that land does give you a fright. That's why he does pray and cry every night. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Since I was young, now I old. Never know Guyana had so much gold. Ship it out but not pay taxes. I hear we owe in the millions. He spent half on them gas, them Brazilians. But soon they are reckoning a come. The laugh them a go laugh, I run them a go run. Run. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Just do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Just do it. Just do it. One of them chicks say he just come real quick. They say we're wrong, why you moving so frantic? He panting, he sweating, he trembling inside. Say I can't stay long for the ride. Bye. The shorter than a GRA invoice. Smuggling, calling, let me make my choice. My choice. As Robin Hansel, watch how fast the story spell. Lamborghini price keep changing every minute. Fix it now, my friend. Make up your mind. We tired of the gimmicks. Oh. All them years you rip off the nation. Now you turn overnight big politician. I believe this song on Sinky mission. Just trying hard to dodgy extradition. He talk about change and new ambition, but we know it's just pure self-preservation. Why the paperwork tight, no more magician. Soon court gun call it for real submission. But people don't worry, have no fright, 'cause we gonna expedite the extra. As Robin Hansel, please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. I see some of you laughing, some of you crying. Please don't think we Guyanese stupid or stalling. They're living in mansion with pool and spouse. Guyanese living like church mouse. There is something really wrong here. This ain't right, this ain't right. That's why we wanna really expedite the extra dime. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. As Robin Hansel, both of you going in a cell. Please tell me now the real price for the Lamborghini. Do it very soon. Do it very shortly. Do it very quick. Do it very shortly. Expedite the extra time. Soon the FBI plane gonna land. Expedite the extra time. Ring the bell, ring the bell. Expedite the extra time. As Robin Hansel.